Hi, I'm Paul Francis, and welcome to Reach Across Live. For over 30 years, I've been working as a psychic medium all over the world, and after thousands and thousands of reads, I've come to one immutable conclusion. We all, every one of us, return to the light. But with every message that I've brought through from the other side, they all say, I go home. We all return backward to the light from whence we came. So join me now as we bring the worlds closer together. In Reach Across Live. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, I have made a mess of it because I'm an idiot. Oh gosh, come on. What's going on here? So, I know what's going on here. I'm pressed the wrong buttons. Well, actually, do you know what? Maybe it's better that you can't see me. What do you think? Is it better you can't see me? My mom always said, I've got a face for radio. I should have took that off at the beginning. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Francis here. I'm your host. And welcome to Reach Across Live. Wow, my gosh, that chat room is full. Oh my gosh, you guys are up and eager. Julia Evans, first to come in tonight. Julia, welcome to the show. Lynn, of course, welcome to the show. Ronnie, Angie, Denise, all of you, welcome to the show. Oh my gosh, you guys are flying in. Christine, welcome to the show, Christine. Good to see you. Julie Sharp, good evening and welcome. Oh my gosh, Ronnie, great to see you, Ronnie Huff. Hope you're well and I hope you're safe, darling. I've been following the news I've been really watching it and following the news with all of the storms out there in the United States, sending all of my dear friends and fans in the United States all my love and protection where I could send the protection out, send the angels out to keep you safe. And wow, you guys have been through the mill out there, I'm telling you. Wow. Joffel, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thank you very much for being here. If you've not been here before, all I ask of you is quite simply make sure you hit that like button, and of course, please share the show. That's really the two things that I ask of you. Share the show, hit the like button, and thank you for being here. And I do mean that. Anybody who knows me knows when I do say thank you, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Well, a lot has changed in the last 2 weeks, I guess. As much as I want to put the controversial stuff to bed and leave it alone, I keep getting texts and emails about what's going on. At the end of it all, I'm going my way because I don't want to be associated with certain, shall we say, methods, and that's it. And we'll just leave it at that. I'm going my way, and I won't be promoting Latino Psychic Visions anymore. And that's it. So I don't want to spend any. I don't have a huge amount of time left in my life, and I'm certainly not going to waste it in that field. Anyway, listen, guys. I've been doing a lot of teaching on Patreon. If you haven't got across to my Patreon channel yet, you are missing out. And I do mean missing out. So there's a lot I've been teaching, and at the moment, especially around now, I've been teaching a lot of how to bring positivity and how to bring things through manifestation into your lives and how to make your lives better. So if you haven't signed up for my Patreon channel, you need to go ahead and do that now for the sake of £5 a month or $7 a month. Which is the equivalent of a cup of coffee. All right. You are getting so much teaching. Now, the course that I'm teaching at the moment on manifestation is something in the region of $300 to $400 to just go on the course. I'm teaching it for $5 a month. That tells you I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the teaching, and I'm in it to make sure you guys get the best possible quality outlook at the end of the day as well. So get yourselves across there. The address is coming across the bottom there, www.patreon.com/Paul Francis 111. Can't miss it. It's the same as my website. It's the same as the show, the whole 9 yards. Can't miss it. Great to see you all, though. Thank you very, very much. Now, there are different levels on in the Patreon channel. You can join at £5 a month, and you will get all the teaching, and you will get all of the interactive stuff as well, and you will get stuff that nobody else can get. All right, literally, no one else is getting. It's not going out on my YouTube channels. It's not going out on. Won't go out on Facebook. I don't do that on Facebook anymore. And we'll go out on any of the other channels, TikTok and Instagram and all those other ones. But at the same point in time, you're missing out. So don't miss out. If you want to go up, now let's have a look at this. I've been getting calls over the last sort of few days about doing private one-to-ones. Yeah, I'm doing private one-to-ones. I'm only doing, where are we? This month, next month, and the first and second week of December. That's it. Then I shut down until mid-January. So if you want to book your one-to-ones, you need to get them in now. If you want to book your one-to-ones as a gift, we can arrange that for you as well. And highlight the big part of this as well is if you go up to the higher levels in Patreon, for an example, say the silver, gold, or platinum levels, you get multiples of, I think it's gold and platinum actually. I think it's gold and platinum. You get multiples of reads throughout the year, and you can actually gift one of those reads to somebody else. That's available for you to do as well. So it would actually be cheaper all round just to sign up on my Patreon channel. So go ahead and do that rather than book me, because it's expensive to book me for an hour. Yes, it is. But for the same money, you can book me for a year. Makes sense. I would do that. Amanda and Angie, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Wacky Jackie, she's just come in as well. Oh, they're started. I'm getting itchy nose. Welcome to the show, y'all. So you guys should know I work on a high level of energy. I work with your energy and their energy at the same time. People don't know what the difference between a psychic medium and a medium is. I'm a psychic. Well, the easy way to look at it is this: not all psychics are mediums, okay, but all mediums are psychic. Now, basically, the high and the low of that is everybody born on the planet is psychic. You know, people don't like to say, "Oh, I'm psychic," but hey, fine, no pointing any fingers. But a lot of people will say, "Oh, I just had an instinct. I had a gut instinct. I had a feeling." Duh. That's psychic ability at work. When you pick up the energy around somewhere, that is called psychic connection. All right, so I can teach you how to expand on your psychic connection, and that will be one of the courses on my Patreon channel. Get yourselves across there and book in tonight. So the mediumship. So the psychic basically works from this area down. Okay, that's psychic ability. You work from communication level right down and onwards, and mediums work from the communication level up. Okay, and a psychic medium uses it all. That's the high and the low of it. You know, I could sit here all night and take the mickey out of some of the stuff that I see on TV and some of the people who call themselves, "Oh, I'm an empath." No, you're psychic. Every human on the planet is empathic. We feel for other people. We get a feeling about somebody else. That's psychic ability. Empathic ability is exactly the same. But you don't go and say, "I'm a psychic, I'm an empath," because it sounds mystical. Just do the damn job. James McMillan, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thank you very much for being here. If you have just joined us, then please smash that like button. Hit it once. Don't hit it several times, all right? Hit the like button. Thank you very much for doing that. And then share the show. Share it with your friends, share it with your families, and especially share it with your groups. The more that we can get in here, the better. Now, how it works, quite simply this. If somebody puts up in the chat room anything for me, the answer will be no. Okay? Because that's just lazy. If you want me to link in with you, the best thing to do is open up that energy, push that energy out, and use your energy to say, ask me a question, for an example. That's the best way. Ask me a question. Now, don't say to me, oh, listen, I'm trying to not to put words in your mouth, but say, ask me about the process, what happens to when we die, or how do energies know what we're thinking about them, or whatever, something along those lines. Use that kind of a connection, and that builds up the energy around you. Well, guess what? Your friends and family and spirit can use that energy, alrighty? And then they link with my energy, we're off to a read. I always say, though, as well, that those people who get a read are the ones who are supposed to get a read, okay? And I've said it every single show, or whether I'm on stage, on TV, on radio, or doing my shows here. But I also say as well that even though I may not necessarily come to you personally tonight, the read information behind everybody else's read is the same to you. It's the same for you. It's a message from spirit to everybody, okay? Now, let's have a look at who's just joined us. I said hi to James. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Daryl Jones from Mississippi. Daryl, welcome. It's really great pleasure to have you on the show. I hope you guys are all safe down there in Mississippi. I've been watching the news about how the hurricanes have been really battering you guys down in the southern states and the Florida coast and California and places like that. So sending out a lot of love, sending out a lot of healing, sending out a lot of angels to help protect you guys. I do hope that you guys are safe. All right. Good to see you. Oh my God, Paul, you said last week about the picture I have of my mom and dad. You said that there was something inside it on the wall, a beautiful poem inside. I'd forgotten all about it. So uplifting. Julie Sharp, thank you so very, very much. Because sometimes when I hear it, I hear the message as you're hearing it. So I kind of like, it goes zoop like that. And sometimes I go, that doesn't make sense. And then sure enough, you'll come back to me like that. James McMillan says, I've been seeing my dad in my dreams lately. James, congratulations. All right. We don't call those dreams. If you're seeing your dad on a regular basis, okay, here's a few things that I want to talk to you about. Number one, now everybody else in the world, pay attention. I'm talking to James. Okay, just a minute. I'm just stopping the chat room because it's flying up and I can't really get that sorted out. So James, I basically want to say, if you're seeing your dad in your dreams, that means he's making himself known. He's doing what we refer to as a visitation. Okay, it's not a dream; it's a visitation. By the way, you can hear our dogs in the background. I do apologize for that. Holly is about this big, but I've got a huge gob on her. So, give me 1 second. I'm going to put on a quick advert, and I'll be back to you guys in 1 second while I just take care of my beautiful nightmare animals. Be right back. And I'm back. Yes, had to go and tell the puppies to be quiet. When Dad's not in the room, there tends to be a little bit of an argument goes on. So, James, going back to what I said, you're basically getting a visitation from your dad, and if he's turning up on a regular basis, he's clearly trying to let you know that he's around. Now, the best thing to do when I hear it on a regular basis, like the way you're saying yourself, is to say, hey, he's the best thing to do is look at dates. Okay, if your dad's turning up at a certain time, then look at dates. Look at dates of when is it a birthday, is it an anniversary? But it usually comes up in and around dates when they're making multiples of occasions where they're trying to get through to you. Okay, and we refer to those as visitations. Now, it could well be, James, I'll be back in a second. I've got an energy working around me at the minute, but I will be back in 1 second to see if I can angle that out for you. I've got a lot of dogs going on downstairs at the moment. Can you hear them all growling at each other downstairs? Maybe there's spirit in the room. Could well be. Oh, everybody's taking care of you. You can hear it in the background. That's good. That's good. Sue Vinicum, welcome to the show, my darling. Can't make sense out of the dreams, though. That try and make sense, James. It's not about making sense, okay? It's about letting it flow, okay? Because it's like when I'm doing a reading, all right? Sometimes when the read comes, I'm hearing it coming out. I go, it just makes sense. So I will listen to you, whether or not you go, oh my God, yeah, I get that. Because it makes sense to you. So if Dad's coming through to you, the thing about it is, here's the difference between a dream and a visitation. A dream is basically your mind putting little sort of movies together. Okay, that's what a dream's all about. Your mind puts little bits of movies together, and they don't make sense, right? And they'll disappear, and you'll forget them. The difference between that and a visitation is a direct connection to spirit. It's a direct connection to spirit. Now, if your dad hasn't been gone that long, number one, he'll be trying to figure out how to talk to you just as much as you're trying to figure out how to talk to him. Okay, so imagine your dad was dropped in the middle of China, okay, where they can't speak any English of any kind, right? And all he can see is a telephone, but it's got all Chinese symbols on it. Now he's thinking, well, that's a phone. I know it's a phone, but how do I get through to James on that? So he'll pick it up and he'll start just kind of pushing buttons to figure out how to get through to you. It'll work itself out. And I know exactly what I'm talking about because my mom had the same problem. And I'm a professional psychic medium, right? I'm a professional psychic. I've been doing it for over 30 years, yet it took her 3 attempts before she actually got through to me. Okay, before she actually delivered a full psychological message to me. Alrighty, so don't worry about it, James. If he is coming through to you, just be so glad that happens, because that is worth 1,000 readings. Now, I don't know whether I'm with you in relation to your dad or not, because I do have a male energy around you, but that male energy could come from your mom or your dad's side. But I am getting what I refer to as a 1, 2, 3 crossing. So they're here 1 minute, they're there the next. Okay, so either this was not expected, or this was a massive heart attack, an aneurysm, but something bang, bang, and he's on the other side of life. Just want to say a big hello to Sue Vinicum, who's come and joined us tonight. Good to see you, Sue. So James, come back to me on that one as soon as you can, please. Christine, welcome to the show. Joe, who? Oh my gosh, Joe, good evening, my darling. Good to see you. James McMullen's, he's come back to me. Okay, I see what you mean. This is unexpected. Don't worry about it, James. So I need you to come back to me really, really quickly. If I am with you tonight, I've got this energy around me who's an older male, okay? I'm getting a father, grandfather figure. But I know that because they pull me to the right, which means father's side of the family. So it's a father, grandfather figure. But this person who crosses with a 1, 2, 3 crossing. That's a reference that I would use, not necessarily what you would use, but it's either a heart attack, it's a headache, it's boom. So if you're saying it's unexpected, I'll get it from this. I'll get that as a bang, an unexpected, because it's not necessarily how your father crosses; it's how you receive the information as well. So there's multiples of ways how they'll deliver that data to me. If this is your father coming across and his crossing was unexpected, then he had a shot across the bow. In other words, it had a previously medical warning. Okay, and you are James, but he's telling me to say there's another J, a J or G sounding name in the family. He's telling me to talk about March as being significant, or the third of a month as being significant. So I'm seeing the number 3 over the calendar, which means to me the third month of March is significant, or the third of a month is significant. And there's another strong D name like Daniel, David, Denise, Dan, David, Denise. That's kind of strong D name they want me to acknowledge as well. Now, here's the thing, James. They're not bothered about how they cross over. They're not bothered. So somebody is actually saying, "Oh, did he suffer? Was he in pain?" No, that's not. They don't connect. That's the physical. They don't connect to the physical, and they don't connect to death. But he is showing me a symbol that says it's still black, which means to me, he didn't believe in what I do. Like, he didn't believe in psychics, he didn't believe in mediums and that kind of stuff, and he was kind of on the fence in relation to. I'm kind of get the feeling that he might have been verbally on the fence with religion, but behind the scenes, he's acknowledging the fact that he probably, yeah, maybe there is something to it. I don't kind of get the feeling. His brother Daniel. Okay, I said to him, please, I need information to prove that who you are. Okay, so he's basically coming back. He shows me Cilla Black. Okay, so Cilla Black is, although she's a person, James, it's actually symbol for me, which means to me, surprise, surprise. That's what that means. In which case, like, oh my God, I didn't believe in all this stuff, and it's actually real. He wants you to know he's with someone who crosses over due to an accident or incident. It's not a medical crossing. I get an impact feeling, which means to me that this was a crossing that was due to either a crash, a fall, or some other method that was non-medical related. Okay. He wants you to say, he wants you to stop burying your head in the sand. That's the only way I can see what he's showing me. He's showing me, literally, he's showing me the ostrich, which means to me you're burying your head in your sand and hoping that all the rest of the stuff goes away. He wants you to take the challenge on, whatever that challenge is. He's telling me to say, tell him to take it on. He's good enough. He can do it. He can do it. Right. He's also showing me symbolisms to say that he wouldn't have been the most loving, touchy-feely, loving kind of a character. But that does not mean he didn't love his family. All right. He's acknowledging someone else in the family named after him. Okay. Well, he showed me parallel lines, so it means either the same name, same dates. So somebody's carrying his name, or somebody's carrying his similar dates, like somebody was born on his birthday or born on the day of his crossing. I don't know, but there's a parallel means the same as to me. You need to stop not believing in yourself, James, is what I'm being made feel at the moment. It's kind of like, you got to dust it off and get on. And basically think of me not as being gone, but just on holiday. Alrighty. It's much stronger than you think. That's the words I just heard. It's much stronger than you think. It's not as bad as you think. Okay. He's telling me to tell you. Sorry, you need to give me that again. He's telling me to bring you back to a conversation that you and he had about 3 to 5 months, somewhere 3 to 5 months before he crossed. And it might have infringed onto this, or infringed onto how much time he had left, something along those lines. But he's telling me to say, you just got to understand, I go to sleep and I wake up, and that's it. Okay, so you've got to get that in here, get that in your heart. I just go to sleep and I wake up, and that is it. That's the high and the low of it. There's no trauma, there's no stress, there's no pain. I go to sleep and I get up. Wow, you were engaged on the day he passes. Okay. Just one thing, James, before I finish off this read for you. It's important you understand that they don't associate with the word death. Okay, death doesn't mean anything to them, all right? When I read what you just wrote there, I'm immediately transported back to a read I did when I was early in my career. and I was reading for this young lady, and her dad came through as well. And I remember saying to him, the young lady's dad, "Well, listen, how would you know this if you're dead?" And he said, if I'm dead, how could I be talking to you?" And I went, "Oh yeah," and I never ever ever forgot that lesson. So only the physical ceases to work, a bit like an old car. Okay, so if a car is no longer fixable, it's no longer MOTable, you don't necessarily hold on to it. Okay, you just get out of the car and you go and get another car. Ready? Well, it's kind of like along those lines to say, look, I'm just in transit to another car. Okay, I'm in a place where it is, as everybody says, it's happy, it's amazing, it's full of love. He's hooked up whoever the J-O name is. I don't know, that's Joe, Josephine, Joanna, Julie, but there's a J-O name he's hooked up with. He's met up with that. He's telling me that he's met up with one of his pals who passed a couple of years back, 2 years before him. And there's a C or K name like Keith, Kevin, Kate. There's a C or K name he wants me to acknowledge. But he's really, 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 really wants to insist upon you to say, look, it's important that you need to understand that if you want to make him proud, which I know you do, is to then get on with your life and make your life, make him proud by making your life worth something. Okay, now get out there and hit your potential, hit all of those goals you're going for, and you know, let him see that when you guys meet again, you look back at your lives, you go, yeah, I really did it. Let's have a look. I was engaged on the day your dad passed. Okay, we had some intense conversations a few months before he passed, even though we didn't get along much. Buddy, I'm with you 100%. My father and me, exactly the same. We were like oil and water. But what I found out, James, really, and I'm gonna share this with you. What I found out was the reason we didn't really get on it wasn't my dad. It was me. Okay, the reason we didn't get on was we were so alike. Okay, not because I thought he was oil and I was water, or I was oil and he was water. It was because we were so alike that we clashed. Okay, but trust me, you did make him proud. If you want to make him proud, then be the best you can be here and now. Okay, that's the best way to do it. 1 year before his passing, we were surprisingly getting along after a long time of no talking, like it was destined. That's a brilliant bridge, and that's a great bridge to remember, James. Well done. Now, I am actually going to do a card for you. I've got some new cards. Okay, I'm going to do a card for you, right? And these are preordained, like of all of these cards. And I usually call upon the angels and our friends in spirit to help. Okay, stick with the number 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look at this card. Wow, James. Right. It's important that you see, like, you can see how many cards there are. Okay, how many cards actually are. I'll just be able to tell you. 1 second. I'll read the box. There are 44 cards. 44 options for me to pull any card. And what did I pull for you, James? Peaceful resolution. Last thing you said was, after a long time, we got back like it was destined. There you go. I love my job. James, thank you for being here. Thank you for being the first out of the gate tonight. I do hope that helps you, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Paul Francis. This is Reach Across Live, where I will do hopefully good reads for you guys, and I'll do my best. And I promise you, no talks of earthquakes or broken legs or stabbing yourself or anything like that. You're very, very welcome, James. Mary Barber, welcome to the show. I hope I got live show. I hope I got live show tonight. Hello, Paul. I'm sorry, a bit late. That's right. Christine Allison, my grandson passed a few months ago. Christine, I'm really, really sorry to hear that, my darling. Christine, welcome to the show. Now, if there's any questions you want to ask me, feel free to do that. I'm more than happy to help you, more than happy to to answer any questions you might want. So if you have any questions that's kind of eating in your head and in your heart, ask away. I'm more than happy to try and help you out there, my darling. Alrighty. Carrie Allison, welcome to the show. I'm so lost without my son. I can imagine you are. But Carrie, could I ask a little favor of you, please, my darling? Welcome to the show, and it's great to have you on board. Please come out of Facebook, okay, and come across to YouTube, okay? Now, the connection is basically, you go into YouTube, at the search bar at the top, you'll see Paul Francis, you just do a search for Paul Francis 111, and it'll bring you right back to this show, okay? Now, the reason we say come out of Facebook is you'll get a load of, first of all, YouTube is far more stable, by miles, much more stable. And number two is you won't get idiots trying to wreck you or basically jump in on your connection to the show. So also, if you come across to my YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, which is all free. There's no charge involved. Subscribe and hit the little bell icon, and you won't miss another show. So do please come across, and I'm more than happy to talk to you. I'm more than happy to answer any questions where I can help you. Mary says, sorry for the spelling. I miss out words too. Hello, Lynn. Okay. Right. And did I say hello to Wacky Jackie? I don't know. If I didn't, Jackie, welcome to the show. Good to see you. So once again, if you haven't yet hit that like button, please do that now, and please share the show. All I ask of you. All I ask all y'all. Christine says, my grandson left suddenly. I am very, very sorry to hear that, my darling. There's obviously the feeling that when I look at your name and I see that C where it says your name, I get a feeling of guilt around you, okay? Of what, I should have been able to do more. I should have been able to help here. I should have been. No, you need to stop all that, okay? I have been connected to spirit since I was around 5 years old. I could well have been connected before that, but my memory allows me to remember connecting to spirit from the age of 5. And I'm now 60. So that means for 55 years, I've been working alongside spirit. If there's one immutable rule that I've kind of found out, really, is this. When our time's up, it's up. Okay, when we're supposed to go home, we go home. It doesn't always fit how the journey ends and the next step takes place. It doesn't always fit with this. For those of us who are left, we sometimes have to pick up a whole pile of pieces, and it's not a good thing. There's no getting around that. It's not a good thing, but sometimes it's a teaching element as well. Your grandson, and I'm sending my guides to find him now. Trust me, I really, really am. I'm not going to tell you any lies. I won't lie to you. If I can't link with him, I won't just make him up, okay? But I can tell you this, Christine. As I look at your name, the energy pulls me left. I get pulled to the left, which means mom's side of the family, okay? I'm getting a pink line, so I either have a mother figure for you or a maternal mother figure for you, okay? I've got this wrong in the past where I've got an energy here who actually acted like a mom to the person I was reading, but I still got the pink line, which means to me maternal, okay? So I've got a lady around you at the moment who's really bringing a lot of love, a lot of comfort, a lot of I'm really seeing a symbol which is I haven't seen for a long, long time, which is a loving symbol, and it's a comfort blanket. When you see kids and they got their comfort blanket, I see that symbol, which means they're bringing that comfort to you, okay? But you really, really have to stop blaming yourself on this, and you have to stop looking for fault in your camp, so to speak. We're talking about a birthday anniversary that's just passed here, Christine. So they want me to acknowledge a birthday anniversary literally has just passed this. So either at the start of October or the very end of September, they want me to acknowledge a birthday anniversary coming in there. They want me to talk about a name like me, like Paul, Pat, Pete. There's a P name they want me to acknowledge. Phil, Phyllis, that kind of a name. So there's a strong P name they want me to acknowledge. And they tell me to talk about as we go into November. November has more than one meaning. So other than the 5th of July being bonfire night, they want me to acknowledge there are birthday and anniversary dates in November to be acknowledged as well. I also want to say to you, Christine, as well, I've got to give you, right, I've got a gentleman here who's stepping forward, and he's shown me the big C, which means to me cancer. So there's a cancer connection in relation to a gentleman who's crossed. Now, I'm getting the smell of pipe, like pipe smoke going on around me here as well. So that may either would have been his kind of, he walked into the house, oh, dad was here or granddad is here, because you can smell that very strong but sweet smelling pipe smell that I'm getting around that. I'm getting this feel going on. So I know I get very theatric about it, but I'm getting this pipe smoke feeling. Then they're stepping forward. I will the words that I hear you get. Okay, I don't make them up and I don't add to them and I won't stretch them. But I've got to tell you, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. That's why I'm getting it. Hey, there's nothing to worry about. Okay. I don't know who was connected to either horses or equestrianism, but I'm being shown that all of a sudden, just as I'm trying to sort of come out with that with you. Let's have a look at how you've come back to me. Yes, I have felt guilty. I didn't know how bad he was feeling. Christine, trust me. I'm going to assume that. How do I say this? Did your grandson? Did your grandson take a responsibility for how he gets there? Okay, because there's an embarrassment factor here. I've got to take that as well, because he feels like he steps back, but okay, this is a very strong read, and normally I don't allow this kind of read here, but I don't control the read and I don't control the data. Okay, if your grandson is here, I'm getting a young, well, say young lad, he's strapping lad, pointing like this. Okay, and that feeling is he takes responsibility for his actions. That does not mean anything other than I take responsibility for how I get there. Okay, that would be a big say. It's not your fault. I'm taking the responsibility, okay? But you need to understand that I am absolutely 100% fine in both health and mental capacity, okay? It's okay. The best way I can describe how he was feeling at the time was multiples of minds. His mind wasn't focused. It was like in multiples of different directions, okay? But he takes responsibility. It's really important. I don't know if you can come back and acknowledge that or not. And I do apologize if this is sounding very, very heavy. James McMillan says the K name is my good friend Kevin, and Joe was his friend Joyce. Gotcha. Thanks very much, James, for acknowledging that. Christine says I was like his mom. Ah, right. Okay, that makes sense. That was my birthday. Gotcha. Man, this sounds great, but thank you, my darling. Thank you so much. Kay's in there on Facebook. Kay, welcome to the show. Get into YouTube. Christine, I'm getting this. Okay, you have to not be in a rush to get there. Okay, and you also have to stop thinking about how much time you got left. Oh my God, am I going to be with them again? I've really got to. And you're actually, when they look at it, when they're watching you, okay, it's actually painful for them to watch you being so low. Alrighty. Imagine if I flipped it over, boom, and you're upstairs looking down at your grandson. Okay. Imagine now you're watching him going through what you're going through. How do you think you're going to feel? And that's a real genuine question. So you're watching your grandson and he's now in the morning state of you're crossing, and he's basically doing everything you're doing, feeling everything you're feeling, putting your mindset in the places to where you're putting your mindset. How do you think you're going to be feeling watching him do that? Okay, and that's, you're not going to feel too good about it, are you, darling? So that's what he's feeling when he watches you do that. Um, Let me just finish that off. I get okay, Denise, I'll get to you shortly, darling. Yeah, he took his own life. Okay, that'll be. There's a level of embarrassment there, Christine, that they rarely show me. Okay, they just show me they take responsibility. This was recent. Am I? This is not too long ago, right? I kind of feel this was quite recent. Um, there's also, how can I put this? The feeling that he's making me feel is that he missed somebody in his life. There was somebody in his life that was important that he missed. Okay, um, that there was an area of where he couldn't sort of, you gave him everything, and I mean everything, but there was an area that he basically couldn't go. Alrighty, and there was somebody in particular he missed, and I think that person is in spirit. Okay, so if his father had died young or his grandfather had died young, while he was young, he missed that influence. Just to let you know, I don't know whether he's showing me that to say he's met up with this person. He's not saying those words. I'm just sort of thinking outside the box here. But it's important that you know that he is bright as a button. I mean, sharp. He's telling me to say 16, whatever that means to you, okay? 16. And it feels to me like a birthday, okay? So 16th birthday, but he's telling me to say 16 is significant. It keeps you're really chirping on it. 16 is important, okay? Try and come back to me on that one, Christine. Joe, when I'm learning your craft, when learning your craft, beg your pardon, did you have a mentor? Oh yeah, oh gosh, yeah. Oh, more than one. Do you think it's important? Yes, it is very much important. If so, do you find someone who will help you develop further? More than happy. If you go to my Patreon channel, as you can see, come along the bottom, I actually teach on there. So, but I not only do I teach the what's called or personal development, but it is important to have a mentor, because you will come across development, and as I did, your teachers will teach you all the way through the textbook, so to speak, but you will be learning other stuff, and you'll be thinking, how do I fit that in? So you need somebody to bounce that information off, hence a mentor. Okay, and I'm more than happy to help you with that. Gary Edwards, I was his mom. Christine is my mom. Oh wow, okay, welcome to the show. And if I can help you guys out, we were very close. I miss him terribly. That's very, very clear. Okay, my name is Carrie, not Gary. Gary's not a bad name. I shall call you Gary when I meet you at my shows. You must be Gary Edwards. Carrie, welcome to the show, my darling. Denise, hi Carrie, everybody's doing that. Right, so let me just do a card. Carrie, have you got any questions for me while I still have this link? Okay. I don't know who. I don't know. This is Lou, but there's a strong L connection. They're shouting to me at this moment in time. You need to understand who's around him. Okay, he has two male figures that stand to his left shoulder. Okay, and he has about 4 female figures. One isn't very old. Okay, and one of the energies that come across with him tonight is not very old. I don't know, somewhere between 7 and 14 ages of age, and it's a female figure. Okay, they want to acknowledge that they are they're with him. There's an older male that kind of not necessarily rules the roost per se, but kind of like steps up and says, "Look, he's fine. You need to understand this." And I would say that really is a father figure to you. Okay. Carrie says, "I want to know." Well, when he sends out messages, Carrie, it's to the family, to Christine, yourself, his family is in general. How do I say this? I can't lie. I'm going to give you the information as I get it. This was something gone wrong. That's the way I'm getting it. Okay. I'm the first bit of it's like I'm in multiples of minds. That's definitely what I'm getting, because I'm seeing like multiples of pictures. So he's in multiples of minds. And this was like, oh my God, how do I get out of this? Do I pass out? And I was really pushed into a corner and you stood with your hand on my chest and said, give me an answer. I would say this went further than it was supposed to. Okay. That's my honest, I won't lie. I just will not lie. Okay. So let me get a card for you guys. Oh gosh. All right. So I'm going to shuffle the cards in front of you guys. Here we go. Okay. Got some weird things going on here. Oh, you're welcome, Joe. Absolutely welcome. 8. There's either an August connection here or the 8th of a month. Okay, that's significant with Kerry and Christine. Okay. 7, 8. Here we go. Oh, wow. He pulled out 2 cards. Okay. This is weird. Okay. And right. It's important that you know that I've literally just opened this deck up. And card 1 says within the next few months. And then the other one says within the next few weeks. So I don't know, you guys are dealing in relation to a specific date that's coming up in the next few weeks. Okay. But the move, whatever the move is in the next few months. Okay. So you guys are dealing with a date that's either connected to him. Okay. That's not showing me it's because I've got this thing behind me that's, making everything behind me fuzzy. It says within the next few weeks. Okay. That's a date connected to him. But the move, whatever the move is in the next few months. Alrighty? Hopefully it helps. Right, so please, if you've got any questions, do put them to me. I'm more than happy to help you in any way I can. Kay Seguin naturally come on to YouTube. Thank you, Kay. Great reads for our friends on here tonight, says Lynn. Angie, Paul, I don't know if anyone else can see it a bit, but there seems to be a shadow behind you. No, there isn't. There's what's behind me is, first of all, you got to remember there's light coming from this direction, and secondly I've got a thing on that's making it all fuzzy. If you look at my hands, look how fuzzy they are. So it's actually created. Okay, and don't forget there's light coming this way, so there's going to be a shadow behind me. First rule of ghost hunting, look for the obvious. Okay, don't automatically assume that it's spiritual. His stepdad died on the 8th of December. There we go. And I'm moving soon. I went today to view the property. You want to know whether he wanted, before you even say another word, Kerry, you wanted to know whether he was with you. So then you just got your answer. And he spoke about his stepdad and I mentioned earlier in the read. You can always rewind the show, by the way, Kerry, if you want to hear the reading in its full entirety. But he said in his message that there was somebody that he missed. Okay. And I'm kind of getting the feeling that's where we're going. Okay. You guys are going to have to excuse me 1 second because My throat is like Gandhi's flip-flop, bone dry. And yes, this is water. And not only is it water, it's Irish water. So it's holy. Wow. He stepped out and I said the 8th connection. Okay. So he's with you both. He doesn't have to be in one house and then the other. He can be with both of you at the same time. Spirit works in different dimensions. As you and I have to get into a car and go to a place. He just thinks and he's there. He doesn't. Okay, whatever. I don't know if I'm talking to Carrie or I don't know if I'm talking to Christine, but he wants that to happen. Okay, get together. But what he doesn't want is a shrine. Okay. Yes, by all means, hold on to his t-shirts, apparently. Yes, by all means, hold on to various items. And he sees you doing this, like that. But he doesn't want a shrine. Okay. That's important. Christine, you're very welcome. And if I can help you anymore, I always say, never go to a medium if you've just recently lost somebody. Okay. A medium is good for answering questions, by all means, yes, but usually getting read, it's kind of like either he was did he think of himself as a little bit of a lad? A little bit of a, hey, check me out, because I kind of get the feeling like he wanted to appear in a rap video or something along those lines. But it's really unique that he would choose this platform to come through. Normally, you would end up in front of me some way, okay? Either I was doing a show or I was doing, like a theater show or something along those lines, or you'd find me on a one-to-one basis, whatever. But for him to come through on a platform like this would only tell me is he liked a wee bit of the limelight, okay? But it's kind of unique how he stood at the back first, and then he was brought forward with his family to say, you need to be up here. You need to be talking, and you need to tell them everything you told us. Thank you. It was a beautiful reading, and I do hope that both Christine and Kerry take everything from it, take it all from it. Understand he is absolutely fine. He's with his family, i.e. your families, okay? And it's important to understand that in the other side of life, there's no such thing as divorce. That doesn't exist. You can divorce here and go separate ways, but family's still family on the other side of life. They all interconnect, and there's no politics of any kind, and we don't carry negativity with us. The only thing we take with us to the other side of life is the love that we had here. That's the only thing we take. Okay. He just wants to say, wow, okay. If I said the words Plymouth Argyle to you, what would that mean? I think it's Plymouth Argyle. I'm seeing green and white, almost like a Celtic shirt, but I want to say Plymouth Argyle for some reason. I don't know why. I've just got to say Plymouth Argyle. I'm going to leave you with that. I feel him at my mom's house, Christine's house. That makes sense. It's very comforting that you said a lot of things that is bang on. It's very comforting. You're very, very welcome. And I do mean that from the bottom of my heart. Now, he will have also come through with the idea that he wanted to teach other people. Okay. So this show is going to go out worldwide, and other people are going to watch the show at later dates and understand that he is trying to tell you guys different things in different ways, but that the love for you guys is what he takes with him. Okay. But he's absolutely fine. Okay. And you really, really, really must stop trying to blame yourselves. Okay. The blame doesn't land with you. He carries that himself. Okay. Can you come back and ask me, or can you come back on the alarms keep going off at my mom's house when we talk about him? You see, He wants to be belle of the ball. He wants to be in the limelight. You should be talking about me. Talk about me. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So, is Patreon on what day, or is it another day? Patreon isn't on a day, Mary. It's on every day. You go. It's not a channel where I go to like here. You go and you access the different things themselves. Okay. Can you ask somebody else about that one, Mary? Because I'm like right in the middle of a read. I'll talk about him on the heist front. Okay. Just this whole thing about Plymouth Argyle is the thing. Lynn, maybe you might be able to help Mary and sort of educate her about Patreon. Carol, Amirio, welcome to the show. How good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So all y'all, if you haven't yet hit the like button, please do it now. And please make sure that you share the show. And if you haven't yet, and I don't know why, if you haven't yet subscribed to the show, please subscribe now and invite your friends and family all to come and watch the show. It's on twice a week. Monday night is the fun night when we talk about paranormal investigations and things of that nature, where we have such a laugh. And of course, Thursday night tonight is Reach Across, where I will do the reads like I'm doing with you guys. So please, please, please support the channel by subscribing and hitting the little bell icon. And it's really, you've no idea how much important it is to like the show and share the show. That's so important. Jackie Noon. Wow. Hello, Jackie. Welcome to the show. How good to see you. I'm so glad you said hi. Jackie, can I ask you a favor? Can I ask you to come off Facebook? Get off Facebook, come across to the YouTube channel. And when you go to YouTube, at the top, there'll be a little search bar. Just type in Paul Francis 111. That's simple. Just type in then Paul Francis 111. It'll bring you right back to the show. And you can come and join us whenever you like. Just subscribe to the show, all free of charge. Subscribe to the show, hit the little bell icon, the little notification. And every time I do a show, you'll be told, hey, Paul's doing a show. And don't forget to subscribe. That's really important. But it's great to see you. We have pulled pretty much all the way back from Facebook because we were getting scammed and we were getting hacked so often. In fact, until I completely pulled away from Facebook, I had been hacked over 6 times before June. 6 times. My daughter had her page hacked and taken down by some scumbag, okay, and it broke her little heart. Facebook is no longer run by people; it's run by AI, okay. I had Facebook ban my video, telling me that the music on it wasn't mine. I think it was. So I use Facebook purely for advertising purposes now, nothing else. Kerry says there is going to be an inquest into his death because of a lot of different factors. Okay, that would make sense. That would be pretty normal, Kerry, and when it comes to someone who assists themselves in crossing. Okay, and I don't want to sound in any way kind of informal or anything along those ways, but the police will want to know that it was him that did it and nobody else did it to him, things of that nature, you know. I'm so sad to say I've actually dealt with quite a few of these in my lifetime, in my career, and I was never happy. But I always say to look into the darkness. I mean, gosh, my daughter was knocked over by a car in last December. And I was distraught, okay? But I can't imagine what you guys are going through. So you have my heart, you have my love, and you will have my help, okay, wherever I can help you. I'm so sorry you guys are going through this. But I always say, and I tell people all over the world, that in that depth of that darkness, just look, there's a little light, Okay, and you'll find that light. And that light will be him coming back to tell you he is absolutely fine. He is totally 100% fine. His persona is so intact that it showed me how you guys brought him up, because he didn't rush to the front of the queue. He stood at the back and waited to be ushered forward. Okay, like a gentleman. That's your son now. Okay, he's happy, but he kept saying 16. Either you haven't made that connection yet, but it feels to me like is 16. He feels like he was on his 16th birthday, because I feel so invigorated, so connected, so bursting with energy. But he keeps saying 16. All right, so it's important to get that across. Well, your mom is there, Kay. What have I taught you all through the years? What have I taught you? You want to speak to your mom? Just sit quietly and speak out loud to her and wait. Have patience for the comeback. It will come back. Okay? He was like a brother, his best friend, as well as his son. We grew up together because you had him young. Well, that's a nice thing to say. That's a lovely thing to say. Well, I literally don't know. I have no idea what to say to try and help you. I just hope that his connection tonight, and that he's not alone. That was clearly one of the messages to let you know that he was not or is not alone. Okay, he's not alone in any way, shape, or form. He does want to introduce you, or he gets prayer. He's showing musical notes. Okay, musical notes means two things to me. It means, number one, yes, he was connected to music, but not like listening to the radio. Music as in played the guitar, played the keyboards, that way. But all musical notes also means prayer. So if someone's praying for a soul and spirit, I get that as musical notes. Now your words come across as prayer, but they don't necessarily have to be like "Our Father who art in heaven." As you speak to him with your heart and your soul, he gets that energy as prayer. Okay, so I encourage you both to sit quietly in your own spaces, in your own time, cup of tea in your hand, cup of coffee, your favorite, or and just sit quietly and just talk to him, because he will get it. I promise you, he will get it. And just look out for the connection coming back. All right. Jackie, oh nice. Oh, so good to see you, Jack. Oh, wow, welcome back to the show. Good to see you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe, and make sure you subscribe to the show. Hit the like button, really important, all y'all. And of course, share. At the bottom, it'll see like an arrow, like a bent arrow. That means share the show. Share it with your friends, with your family. Stick it on your Facebook and on your TikTok, whatever. But share, especially with your groups. Get your groups to come in and be part of the show. My gosh, I can't believe an hour has gone, boom, like that already. Wow. Zoom. I apologized a little bit earlier on in the show. I had a bit of a thing to deal with. We have two big, giant German Shepherd dogs. I could hear them growling at something downstairs. I was like, "Oh, that's not like them." And then, of course, Holly was the little dog. She was barking away. So I had to stick you guys Right. How about that? How about that? Are we back? If you can hear music, then you should be able to hear my voice. Bah! I knew it. I knew it. It's because everything here says it's working. So I don't know what obviously had a glitch of some description. I don't know. I do apologize. It's technical and just went beyond my comprehension. Mary, I don't care about the music. Okay. And more important that I'm here to talk about what I was supposed to do. Nope. Yeah, back was hilarious. Okay, thank you. Hey, listen, if anything at all, you're going to have fun at my shows, right? Imagine what it's like when I'm on stage in the theater. I will tell you here now, I take the Mickey mercilessly. That's why they call me the comedian. It was Spirit. It was you, Ronnie, because you kept saying your mom doesn't talk to you. Right after you said that, Zoom, blank. It's a sign. I'm in the house. Always happens to me. Oh my gosh. Right. Anyway, we're here. That's what's all about. Um, so we've got a wee bit more time. We still got some more time. So you guys got any questions? Put them to me. Happy to answer them. Obviously, it'll bring up Spirit. Um, so Christine and Kerry, are they still here? I don't know. I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. What's your proper name? But it's good to see you. Um, it's a sign I'm in the house. Oh, yeah, Jackie. Yeah. So anyway, we're heading really, really quickly towards All Souls Night. What are you doing on All Souls Night? I don't have Dawn tonight for that. That's just a point. I haven't met my pal Dawn. Dawn's not here tonight. Um, so think about what you just said, Mary. Okay, now this is the kind of thing I would be doing at a live show. I would actually be taking the Mickey and I would say, right, think about what you've said. Maybe it's spirit saying, I'm gone. It's gone. How could it be saying it? Yeah, going to change that. Bethany, as soon as I can figure out how to do it. This is it. It's like sending an email or a text. Once you've sent it, can't change it. Christine, good to see you. Do you know what? It's an absolute pleasure having you and Kerry here tonight. I had a feeling tonight was going to be something special. Um, Thank you for sharing your time with us tonight. It's been really, really important. It's going to be important to you. You've no idea how many people around the world is going to watch this and how much it's going to help them too. So thank you for being so brave and thank you for being here tonight. Genuinely, genuinely appreciate you guys being here. So let's go with the. If you've got any more questions, please put them to me. Don't forget, I've got cards here. I'm going to do a couple of cards at the end of the show, as I always do. So stick around, and I'll be doing some cards, and I'll be showing you how to link into the card, and so that you get the message that's supposed to be for you. Okay. If you got anything at all you want to share with me, I'm glad it gone the music. Okay. Yeah, Mary, forget the music. Really not important. Kerry, hi mom, it's Kerry. I bet Kieran done this. Oh wow, okay, that's the K. Oh wow. All right, that's who the K was. C or K, I said earlier on. There's a C or K at the earlier on in the read. I'm talking about a C or K name. Yes, just so you guys know, that is the transmitter. That's the actual microphone, and it ran out of power. So that's my fault, and it was probably um, he probably sapped the energy out of it. Kieran, he very likely sapped all the energy out of it. Because I'll tell you why I think he sapped the energy out is because the other one has still got lights on. If you can see it, That's the receiver, that's the transmitter, and they both get charged exactly the same time. But that's fine. I don't care. If he wants to do that. Um, right, let's move forward. He loved to play jokes on people. The Git did it just then. Once again, proving who he is, proving that he's back to his old self. Okay, that's important. But you didn't get two things, Kerry and Christine. He keeps going on about 16 as being significant, important, and he kept showing me Plymouth Argyle football team. So those are two things that you guys didn't sort of connect up on that. I feel so much better for that clearing, Paul. So much lighter. Oh wow, good. Yes. That's also available on the Patreon side. That's Julie Sharp has done the meditation, which is available to you, called the clearing, which is on my channel. It's on my channel here on YouTube if you want to use that and watch it and let it help you. Christine and Carrie, I would really invite you to go and link up to that. If you type in Paul Francis, the clearing, it'll take you right to a meditation and it'll help you. I promise you it'll help you. Okay. I'm staying at mom's house, at Christine's house, in his room, in his bed. Okay, that's why he kept showing me you pushing clothing to your face to get his smell. Okay, he's telling me to talk about a pair of shoes. They're white. I don't know if they're leather or not. Um, maybe baseball boot kind of things. He's trying to tell me about a pair of shoes here. That's significant. Um, I don't know what you guys were talking about what you want him to be dressed in, but he doesn't want a suit. That's important. Jackie, Paul, yes, Paul, as you know, you've been a great inspiration on my journey. Stop. I mean, tears in a minute. I'm now doing great with my own mediumship and going to the Arthur Findlay College for a whole week in 2025 to continue your path. Um, excellent. You know, I don't necessarily think you have to be in the Arthur Findlay College, but excellent nonetheless. Okay. And if there's any way at all I can help you develop that even further, just give me a call. Okay. Um, you guys, so we're on Thursday night. All right. I don't normally, I kind of like to talk about the show that's coming. So the next show is coming is Monday night. So if you guys put it into your diary, Monday night, okay, Monday night, 8 p.m., right back here. And I promise you I'll be charged. And we will be doing our show Ghost 22, okay, where you know, the search for physical evidence, in other words, ghost hunting. And so I'm doing the reads, and the reads are fantastic, and I love what I do. I hope it brings love into people's hearts who watch the shows. By all means, if you still got a question for me, whack it in now, okay? But the reason I wanted to do the Ghost 22 is that we look for physical evidence of the continuation of life. Okay, they go hand in hand. So the reads bring through personal information to you guys, saying, okay, your links that I'm getting for you is definitely coming from your loved ones. And if I can just show you physical evidence of spirit, you just put that together to say, right, when this is done, I got somewhere to go to. That's what it's all about. Thank you for the help that you've given us both tonight. Carrie, trust me, I'm really, really happy to have been able to do it for you. Okay. Right. So we're heading very closely towards the end of the show. We got literally 10 minutes left. If you've got any more questions, please get them into me now. Let me help you. Let me answer the questions because don't forget, I'm answering questions for you. I'm answering for everybody. Okay. Okay. I keep getting an impression of a very soft, gentle music. There's a movie called The Quiet Man. This is out to my lovely pal Kay Sequin. There's a movie called The Quiet Man, and every time I try and link into your mom, I keep getting that. Okay, that that soft, gentle music. So something about the quiet man that I've got to bring forward for Kay. Alrighty. Kerry says I had him when you there's the 16. There's the 16. Okay. I when I'm talking to them, I'm saying I need information to let you guys know who I'm talking to and to make sure that I'm making the correct connections. Okay. And I won't bend and I won't stretch information and I won't lie. It's that simple. Um, so there you go. Well done, Jerry, on the 16 because he kept bringing that forward that the 16 was important. Okay, he wanted to prove to you that it was him. That's what that was about. Yeah, John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara, The Quiet Man. But there's something about the music that I'm supposed to present to Kay. All right. Right. Okay. Let's do the. If I'm not going to get any more questions, I'm going to do the cards for you guys right now. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I just want you to listen to me. Okay. So just listen to me. It's really important. So just listen. And here's what we're going to do. I want you now just please do what I ask you to do. I want you to just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay. That includes you, Jackie. Close your eyes and just listen to the sound of my voice. Okay, so when you've got your eyes closed, just breathe normally, breathe gently or as deep as you want. You can breathe all the way in, hold it for a second, let it go all the way out. Do that maybe 3 times. Fill your blood full of amazing oxygen. Keep your eyes closed. Imagine, though, while you're breathing, you're on a shore. Okay, it's a beautiful turquoise waters, sugar sand shore. There's a few palm trees just blowing in the wind. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous day or night, your call. And the water is just lapping on the beach in a few feet in front of you. Okay. You're in absolute paradise. Everything is perfect. Okay. The temperature is perfect. You're feeling fantastic. You've no stress, no worries, nothing to think about other than that beautiful turquoise oceans in front of you is just bringing you love, bringing you strength, bringing you peace, tranquility. And as you're sitting there and you're enjoying it, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what you can see. What can you see in the sky? What can you see on the beach each side of you? Maybe in the palm trees above you. Be aware, is the wind blowing gently so it makes the palm trees move? Is it warm? Is it cool? What is your surroundings? Okay. Now, while you're thinking of that, you will be drawn to a number, and that number will either be the number one or the number two. Okay. So you'll either be feeling drawn to the number one, or you're going to be feeling drawn to number two. So breathing in that amazing, beautiful, tranquil sea air, fill your lungs, take a long, deep breath in, and just release. Feel comfortable, feel happy, feel at peace, feel in total tranquility. When you're ready, just put the number up in the chat room or put the number up in the comments below. Are you drawn to either number one or number two? Go for that when you're ready. Okay. Wow. All of you guys are all peeling off to number two. Jackie's gone for number one. Now the good thing about it is we're still at a point where I haven't actually drawn the cards yet. I haven't drawn them yet. So this really is a connection to the angelic realm that we're about to embark on together. Okay. I'm drawn to number one myself. I haven't done it yet. I haven't got the cards. The cards are right here in front of me, like that. Okay. I know you guys trust me, and I don't lie. So I'm going to wait for the rest of you to stick up there what you're drawn to. Number one, number two. Now, did you all get to The beach? Did you all get to see the ocean? Just a quick question. Did you manage to get that? Christine's gone for number 2. Kerry, what about yourself? We all did you get to what? Did you get to the beach? Did you get to the ocean? Did you see the turquoise waters, the Sugarstand beach, sky, palm trees? Vicky Stokes, welcome to the show. Vicky's going to go for number 1, and you're on Facebook. Vicky, come on, Facebook. Off Facebook, go into YouTube. Far more stable. Julie Sharp is on number 1. Marky Jacks is number 1. Right. The thing about it is, and you're answering the question. You got to the beach and stuff really quickly there. Now it's amazing because I get a lot of people come to me saying, "I can't meditate. I can't meditate." Yet I bring people to meditation just like that. You can expect me to bring you to depth like that on my Patreon channel. So if you want more development, personal development, then sign up to my Patreon channel today. The cheapest that you can sign up for is free. You can sign up for free, but you won't access all of the stuff that's available to people who pay on the tiers. And the cheapest tier, which is only £5 a month, £5. That's that's not the price of a cup of coffee now. Okay, and I'll take you to a lot of personal development. I'm doing a sequence at the minute where it's on manifestation. I do animal cards in there. I will be doing angelic cards in there, and I'll be doing more teaching. So you guys are missing it, big style. Vicky Stokes is from Wales. Vicky, welcome to the show. It's great to see you. Thank you for being here. I am a huge lover of Wales. I love the Welsh. I could sit and listen to the Welsh people talk all day. You don't talk, you sing. It's like your vocals come out in like music. You sing. I love the Welsh so much so that I'm actually looking at a house in Wales. There you go. Well, Vicky, can I invite you to come off Facebook, please? Come over to YouTube. At the top of YouTube, you'll see that search bar. Just type in Paul Francis 111. Okay, it'll bring you right back to the show. Just subscribe to the show, all free of charge. Subscribe to the show, hit the little notification bell, and every time I do a show, you'll be told, "Hey, Paul's doing a show." Okay, so come off Facebook. It's so unstable. It's full of scammers and hackers now, unfortunately. Come across to YouTube, which is far more stable platform, far by far better, and you will be in a whole bunch of people, as you can see over there. All these people are like-minded, and you'll be in a group that is worldwide and will welcome you. I love the Welsh. I love Wales. Love it. Absolutely love it. There's a big connection with the Welsh and the Irish, you see. Right. So here we go. I'm about to do the cards. So if you chose one or two, look, I'm going to shuffle the cards so that you know it's all above board and all real. Okay. Card number 1, and I'm doing it face down. Card number 2, again face down. Now, I personally was drawn to card number 1 myself. Did I get my cards in the print? Not yet, Jax. Not yet. They are ready to go now, but they're not. I'm not going to be putting them into print until probably February. Okay. So if you choose card number 1, what a card for me to choose. Me. Okay. Communicate clearly. Okay. I always say when I'm teaching my children, I always say, okay, who's got the emphasis? Is the emphasis on the person telling the data or receiving the data? Okay, and the emphasis on the person telling is I've got to make sure that I get the message from me to you. So what a card for me to get straight off the top. Communicate clearly. So if you've been chosen card number 1, that message, communicate clearly, will be in your repertoire with everything you're dealing with. Okay. It could be something to do with dealing with a telephone company, water company, a bill related scenario, or it could be with that you're dealing with an issue with a family member. Communicate clearly. All righty. Lynn says, I'm part Welsh and part Scot. Right. Well, here's a bit of information for you, Lynn. All Celts, be that Cornish, Welsh, Scottish, and Irish, all of us come from Norway. All of us. Look up the Book of Celts. So if you choose card number two, wow, choose a new direction. Follow that light. You see the way he's pointing up to that light in the sky? Follow the light. Follow the light. What that means is follow your heart. Okay, follow your heart where you feel that you need to be. Go choose that direction with the love that's within you. Okay. If you have to get, for an example, if you're getting up to go to do a job every day and you absolutely hate that job and you are "Oh, get up and go to work, then you should be doing it. Follow your heart, follow that light, and go and do something that will bring you love, strength, happiness in your day because the finances come after happiness. The finances don't go before happiness, right? If you, for an example, say, I want to give up working for somebody else and I'm going to start my own business, I promise you, you won't ever work a day in your life because you don't work at something you love. I've always told my children, hey, listen, whatever career you pick, I don't care what it is, it has to be important to you. If you say to me, Dad, I love doing dishes, I want to be a KP in the kitchen, and I will support you. If that's what brings you love every single day, then I will support you. If you want to be a bin man, I will support you. If you want to be a surgeon, I will support you. But whatever you do what brings you happiness, brings you love, brings you strength, and makes you feel good. Okay. Wow, chills. Carla Mirio got the heart going on there. Um, Marie Clark. Hi from Florida. You're 50% Welsh in Florida. Now, hey, America's made up with pretty much every nation of the world. I love America and I love Florida. And Marie Clark. I hope you guys are safe because I know Florida got a bit of a battering recently with the weather down there. So I hope you guys are all safe and I hope you're all well. Wishing you guys all the best. Um, Hans Yellow Heart Red. Right, guys, listen. We've come to the end of the show. We've gone a little bit past the end of the show because there was a bit of mess up with the sign a bit earlier. But it's okay. That's easily fixed. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. I've really enjoyed the show tonight, and I do hope it has touched your hearts. Um, there's the two cards. Card number one says communicate clearly. And once again, everybody's got it. I'm going to take this thing off because I can't show the cards anymore. Communicate clearly. Card number two, choose that new direction. But whatever direction you choose, make sure it brings you happiness. Make sure it brings you contentment. And I promise you, you'll never work a day in your life, okay? Because you don't have to work at something you love. Why do you think I do what I do? Because I love it. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for always supporting me. I will always be here as long as you guys want me to be. Okay. I do need a wee bit of help. So get across there and support me on Patreon. £5 a month. Wow, come on. That's not even I mean, I went into what's it Costa? And there's a reason why they call it Costa. And I couldn't believe I spent like £28 for 2 cups of coffee or no, cup of cappuccino, a hot chocolate, and a couple of cakes, something along them lines. It was something in days gone by would have been about £6, £28. Costa, that's definitely what it is. I can't understand how that place is in business. I can't. Marie Clark says, "Thank you. Um, I'm interior, so minor tree debris. Okay, coastlines and Carolinas are really hurt. I'm so sorry to hear that. I absolutely love Florida. I really do. I love it. And it was on my when I was going to be doing my 10 and 10. I was just when COVID hit, I had a tour set up in America where it was going to start in New York. It was going to go to New York, branch into Canada, and then come down through 10 different states. And the final state that I was going to do a show was Florida. And of course, COVID hit. Boom, wiped everything off the map. So I do hope to be able to get that tour back up and going. Now, I was asked, you heard, had my cards. Yes, I've got my own set of cards called Universal cards, and they are going to be going to print. But I kind of everything like that in that nature is taking a slight back burner for a minute because we're in the process of talking to Netflix for a TV show, and that's kind of like I got to take that on board while it's here, and I'm sure you guys will understand that. Marie Clark, please make sure you subscribe to the show because I'd love to see you back here. I love all the people from Florida. Tell all your pals, tell all of your friends, come and join us on Monday night and on Thursday night. Well, it's night for us. Where are we? What time of the night is it? He's looking around frantically. 9:30, so it's going to be about 3:30 thereabouts for you guys. But do come and join us again. I was actually in Africa one you jet setter you. First time in 24 years not to be at home. I just manifested a safe home. And what am I doing over on Patreon right at the minute? Teaching manifestation. Teaching you how to draw into your life everything that you need. Get your butts across to my Patreon channel today. Right. I will see you Monday night. Have a fantastic weekend. I will see you Monday night at 8 p.m., probably around 3 p.m. in Florida, sometime around there. I'm not too sure. And come and join me again then, and we will be hosting Ghost 22, which I can't wait to be bring to you guys. Looking forward to all of that. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic night. Don't forget, take at least 15 minutes a day out. Take at least 15 minutes every day. Take it out just for yourself. Okay? Switch off the world, switch off your cell phones, your mobile phones, everything. Switch your house phones off and take 15 minutes out every day just for you. Okay? And here's the important one. Communicate, appreciate, and validate everyone in your life so a medium never has to do it for you. Okay? Take the time out to the people that you love and let them know that you love them and let them know and understand that they love you. Appreciate that love. Validate it by making it happen. Thanks for being here tonight. I'm glad you subscribed, Marie. You rock star, you. Good night to each one of you. Stay safe. God bless. Thank you for being here. It's important. But don't forget, share the show. Keep sharing the show. That's equally important. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to say, I'm just going to hit the new outro. Okay. Oh, yeah, we were working in the studio on this one today. So I hope you enjoy it. Good night. God bless.